Because nicer weather is on its way. You guys are probably all thinking right now, van life, van life. That's all you got in your mind is just... We're trying to film a video here. He's like, dude, I'm just trying to sleep here. Why are you talking? So, a lot of you guys are probably thinking about starting van life right now, and I know this happens when the weather gets nicer. You just get that itch because summertime seems to be just that right time to start this lifestyle. And you're probably wondering, is this lifestyle really the answer to all of life's problems? You want my dead honest opinion? I think you are the answer to all your life's problems. I think van life is the beginning to you taking over your life, and that's the answer. The answer isn't moving into the van. The answer is you getting the balls to make that life change. You know, a lot of people ask this question. They ask, how much does van life cost? Van life is just straight up cheaper than rent, period. So what's the problem? Move into the freaking van. It's cheaper than the rent that you're paying. That's all you need to know. But the answer to life's problems, stress, money problems and all that stuff is you taking over and doing life for you. And that is going to start with you moving into the van. No more rent, no more stress, no more BS, no more garbage. And not having to pay rent will allow you to pay off all the stupid bills that are chaining you down to the stupid life that you're living that you freaking hate waking up to every day. I've knocked out so much debt since being in the van. It's freaking ridiculous. I don't know what the exact total is. I'll have to go back and figure it out, but I was pretty close to $20,000 in debt when I started van life. I've been in the van now for what? Just about 8 months, and I only have $5,000 left in my debt, and it's out. I set up a goal for myself that I was gonna pay off all of my debt before I hit 1 year in the van. And I think I'm probably gonna smash that goal by 2 months. I should be fully debt-free by August. Financial freedom to me is having, you know, a couple grand in the bank to be able to fix the van if I need to, and to have enough money to get through my week every week. To me, that's freedom. Freedom because I have no bills, no debt, no nothing, and I get to live the life I want to live every single day without having to go through that stupid freaking grind every day, going to the 9 to 5, doing the same thing every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every freaking day the same shit. That's not life. That's not living. That's you wasting your time for somebody else. That's you living your life for somebody else. Right, buddy? Right? Even he agrees. Go back to bed. I think the answer to all life's problems is you getting off your ass and just doing life for yourself. Stop waking up every day doing shit for somebody else because it ain't worth it. When you finally get that day that you realize that you've got the balls to do it, will be the greatest day of your life. From that moment forward will be the best day of your life every freaking day. Why? Because you own your life and you're no longer doing anything for anybody else but you. I wake up every day and live my life for me. I no longer do shit for nobody. Because this is my life to live, and I only got one life to live, so I ain't gonna live it working for some freaking boss that's gonna make money from me. Screw it. I just work for me. I'm doing okay. You know, I'm paying my debt off and I'm living life. I have a belly full of food. I got beer in my cooler. My little homeboy over here has got plenty of food, clearly because he's chubby. You're chubby. You know that? You're chubby. He's actually not chubby. This guy's actually lost weight since we've been in the van. But that's the key, man. I'm telling you guys, like, get in the van. He's pushing me out of the way. What do you want? He's such a dork. It's a flower. Wanna eat it? Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. How was that? He just spit it out. People look. Oh, hey, look, there's a strain of grass right in the middle. Let me get rid of that. People listen. You got one life to live. You gotta live it. You gotta do whatever is in your mind. You just gotta go out and do what you feel like doing. Find what it is inside you and make money doing that. Who gives a shit what it is or how weird you may think it is? There's gonna be a way to make money by you being you. Just go find that way. And I want you all to do me a favor. Okay, listen. Sorry, Disco, you're out of this frame for a second. Let me tell you a story about what I said Disco out of the frame for a second. Okay? He wants in on all the action all the time. Let me tell you about some of the things I went through when I was quitting my day job before I started taking over my own life. I focused so much on my DJ career while I had my day job. But the problem is when you have your day job, you don't really 100% focus on what you're truly passionate about. My work got 50%, my DJ business got 50%. If you only put 50% into something, you're only gonna get 50% back out. You gotta give life your 100%. So I hate to say this, but you know, like for me at that point, we all both might be different. Remember, we're all different people. We might be different on this subject. For me, it was that day job. I'm done with this shit. I'm done with waking up every day making him money, making him rich, making his business bigger. I was done with it. You know, it was time for me to make my life rich, my life bigger, my life better. And I realized when I quit that job that being rich to me was being rich with freedom, being rich with life, being rich with having no boundaries on my thoughts in my head, like just completely like blasting those boundaries out, allowing me to do whatever I wanted every single day. To me, I am more rich with life today than I am with money. Money doesn't mean shit. It doesn't. You know, there's no value to money when it comes to your life. When you hit the end of it, your dollar sign on your bank doesn't mean freaking shit. The memories, the thoughts, and everything you did with your day means more than anything else in this freaking world. When you're younger, you always keep thinking it's money, success, and labels, and it's not any of that shit. At least I know today, because of the life change that I made 8 months ago, that when I'm lying there on my last handful of breaths, I can tell you one thing. I can say one thing for damn sure. If something happened to me in 30 minutes from now, I can tell you today that I lived my life. I lived the last freaking 8 months of my life more than I've ever lived the other 42 and whatever before that. Because you gotta own it. That is way more valuable than anything else. While I was at my day job, I started to evaluate my life by the hours that I was putting into the day job and the money I was receiving back from it. And I really honestly started to calculate it all out. I'm like, okay, I was making $25 per hour times 8.5 hours for a work day, but I wasn't getting paid for, you know, the whole getting dressed up in my work uniform to driving to work to, you know, that little bit of time when you just get to work. I wasn't getting paid for my drive home. I wasn't getting paid to shower and clean up before I could start my own personal life after that. So I figured out I'm getting paid 8.5 hours, but I was putting close to like 11 hours, depending on what traffic was like, you know, in a day. So that took my hourly rate down to a whole lot less. Then I factored in what the government was taking from me for taxes, and it brought me down a whole lot less. Then it started to make me really think, you know, is it really worth me dedicating 3/4 of my life for a 9-to-5 grind if I'm not getting paid to make enough to make me feel like it was worth my time? And honestly, today, now that I'm living this lifestyle, I'll tell you there's no dollar value you could have ever put on my time that would have made it worth it for me to stay at that freaking day job. Some people are built to follow, some people are built to lead. I am definitely not built to build somebody else's success. I'm built to lead my own life in my own ways and my own self. I'm a leader, not a follower. So the stress and stuff that went on while being there was freaking ridiculous. I couldn't hack it. I couldn't take it. You know, there's multiple different styles of people in this world, and some people are okay with going to the 9 to 5, you know, but there's people like us, because you're clearly watching this channel, there's people like us that don't fit in that bracket of normal society. You're watching these channels because you got this alternative mind frame, like you're thinking alternative living, whether it be tiny house, which is super freaking rad, by the way. I love that stuff. You got tiny houses, RVs, cars, freaking buses, whatever, cargo vans. But you're on this channel because your mind doesn't function like the average person who's just a robot for what they're doing in their life. Their life just rotates on the same rotating circle every freaking day, and they're okay with it. People don't get what we do because people are stuck in that box. We'll draw a box right here. People are stuck in that box of life that society puts the world in. Me, you, and anybody else watching these kind of channels, we don't fit, we don't relate. Because we're the kind of people that just, our minds just want something greater, something better than what normal says we should have. I may work less, but I actually have more money in my pocket. Because since getting into this lifestyle, and it just happened organically, it's not like something I forced or did. It just organically came together where things in life just started to get minimalized. Maybe it's the small space I live in, I don't know. But I started cutting this back, cutting that back, cutting this back. And not because I had to, because it just made sense to. These are things that you start thinking when you start living minimal in a van with minimal everything. You start to you learn how to minimalize the rest of your life, and it saves you a freaking fortune. Because of that, I have more money now than I've ever had, and I make less money now than I've ever had. I pay more back to debt now than I ever had. When I had my day job, it barely got any of my debt because my rent was taking it. Now that I'm in my van, my bills get everything because rent doesn't take shit. Think about what life's gonna be like once I'm out of debt. Freaking incredible. So I'm telling you, get the van, buy the van, ditch the condo, ditch the dead weight, tell the landlord, fuck you, and just take a freaking hike, dude, and take over your own damn life and live for you. Paying rent freaking sucks. So stop paying rent. Get a van. Just live your life. Alright guys, that's my rant for the day. Disco's sitting there all looking all super pretty. Look at him. Like a little boss. You look a boss, buddy. You look a boss. Oh, look at that. Rub my belly, Dad. Rub my belly, Dad. Rub my belly, Dad. Hey? Is that what you wanted? Alright, guys. Never stop being weird, alright? It's a good life, right? Alright, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that other goodness. And I'll see you guys soon. Adios.